Then I hit my enter key, and boom, that's easy enough to do, and I just hit undo to get them back. If I wanted everything, I could start my erase command, and I could click on every element in this drawing, but that kind of takes a little bit of time. It's a little bit more picky. I'm taking some time to do this. All right, and everything's selected, and then it all disappears. I bring it back. There it is. And then the other way we can do it is if I have my erase command going here, one thing you're going to notice, and I think I think we may have mentioned this, so stop me if I already talked about this. If I click here and go to the left, it gives me a green selection option, which is what is called a crossing. And anything it touches is selected, going from this way to this way, okay? So if I click and I don't touch anything, it assumes, oh, you wanna select a bunch of stuff. And so if I just go like this, it's all selected, all right? If I use, if I start my erase command and I start from the left and go to the right, you'll notice that it turns blue. And only those objects that fall entirely inside of that blue selection are selected, okay? So it doesn't get selected till there. Now it's selected, and now all that's selected. But you'll notice not until it's entirely inside of it. Conversely, look at what happens when you use a crossing. The other way to make a selection is to click your mouse and hold it down. And when you click your mouse and hold it down, it's what's called lasso selection. This allows you to pick any kind of shape you want to, going right to left or left to right. Those are the different methodologies. So again, holding your mouse down allows you to make any kind of shape that you want to, like that. And only those things that fall entirely inside of it with the blue background. But a green means go, anything you select gets touched, all right? And finally, if I'm erasing right here, and let's say I selected everything, I said, you know what, I want to keep the door. I can hold my shift key down, and when I hold my shift key down, I can deselect these things. I can deselect things. So if I selected too many things, I can hold my shift key down, and it's a toggle. It allows me to put things in the selection set or take things back out. So now it's in, hold my shift key down, now it's out. So the shift key, and these are all things you might want to write down because these are easily forgotten. Again, I'm teaching you kind of like the specifics of AutoCAD language, and a lot of these things are stuff that you're probably not going to remember unless you spend some time with it. So that's how that works.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I remember there was a button you press and it shows you like all the shortcuts. I can't remember.
There's a lot of them actually. In AutoCAD, the question is this: if I go to, one thing that we've not really talked about too much is the help that's in AutoCAD. If I go to F1, F1 is the help. This is basically back in the day, we didn't have help. Okay, we had the user manual. So I learned AutoCAD basically using the user manual, which is now in the help app. Yes.
F10.
F10. Okay, let's see. So if you
Just
hit
figured
F10,
it out. Oh, you have to close that out first.
Okay, let's do this. And so, okay, so you're saying if you hit F10,
You might have to hit Shift F10, but because mine showed up.
what are you trying to show? What do you want to see?
Because it'll show the numbers and the
F10.
different little shortcuts on there. I don't know if it's going to help or not.
No, mine's not doing it.
Okay,
So I'm
well,
not sure. Okay, in any case, so back to F1, we're in here. Okay, so AutoCAD, here I am right now, and this is the help. You hit F1 and help comes up. If you're in the middle of a command, like let's say I'm in the line command, and I hit F1, what AutoCAD does says, okay, here's the line command. Here is how it works. And what you might be sitting there saying, you know, this teacher, he just goes through everything so stinking fast. I forget what he said to do. I remember he said offset. What is that? So offset, you go here, offset G. Well, I misspelled it, so I can't find anything. So I go to offset. Oh, there's offset. Well, what about offset? Let's find out about offset. Oh, here's what it is. Okay. And then if you click on find, see the arrow bouncing right now? Hey, it's right here. Okay. So if you need, you know, some help finding the interface, it's right there. Okay. So this is how you learn AutoCAD. So when I say there's really not much reason for not figuring this out, I kind of mean it because I never had these tools. And back in my day, we didn't have this stuff. You know. So anyway, you know, so there's no excuses. That's how. Now, what's another command? You know, another command you may say, well, you know, I forgot about a polyline. Let's go ahead and look up polyline. Polyline. Okay, polyline. Okay, let me see. Polyline. What is it? Okay. So I want to find the polyline. Okay, I don't want that. To polyline. Polyline objects. let's just call it P line. Let's keep this P line. It's also called P lines. No, I didn't like that. I just typed it. I hate these keyboards. Did I tell you that? Okay. So P line. So you got the polyline right here. Here's the polyline command. Okay. So again, okay, he sets it with a polyline. I got this right now. P line. If I hit find, what's it do? Boom. It's right there. It's right there. Okay. All right. Well, how do I trim? I'll go to trim. I'll go to here. Trim command. Okay. Now where is it? Oh, there it is. So, all right. So when I say that you can find anything you want to, you just have to know how to spell. Okay, as long as you spell and you write down the commands I'm telling you, you can find anything you want to do. And then it explains exactly how to do it. This goes over exactly what I talked about. This look familiar? Select cutting edges, okay? Select all. I'm not telling you anything that's not in the content. It's not in the content. It's all here. Now I'm going to show you one other thing, because I've heard every class I always have folks that you know, they kind of like, I didn't assign a book for the AutoCAD portion of this, and for a couple reasons. First of all, I can carry a lot of this in class and teach you the basics, and we can kind of cut through it. The other reason is I didn't want you to go and spend out $70 for a book. You guys all glad you didn't spend $70 for a book for this class? Okay, I thought you'd be glad. And the other thing is too, I've got a bunch of free content out there. I have the tutorial. So those of you that are saying, I just don't know how to use AutoCAD and you're not helping me and I'm lost. Well, I told you about the tutorial last week. Did you go through the tutorial? If you did and you're still lost, let's talk. If you didn't go through the tutorial, go to the tutorial and come and talk to me. All right, because I'm giving you tools. You just need to use the tools, okay? So I have no problem helping you, but if you do not use the content I've already given you, then, you know, I mean, I'm sorry, but, you know, we have to kind of all work together here. So going back to here, if I go back to the CAD Basics Week 1, let me show you this, because this is something that is really a nice starting little thing here. So the okay, the AutoCAD 2016 tutorial, I went over this last week. Do you guys remember I showed you this? Okay, so if I go to AutoCAD tutorial, you can even download it. Okay, you can download it, you can print it, and go through it step by step. Okay, so what does it do here? It begins to talk about, okay, how do I use AutoCAD? Okay, it goes through here. AutoCAD Fundamentals, Chapter 1. Create and save AutoCAD drawings, okay? It begins to talk about it, you know, and all this is great content. It's 2016, but it's just the same in 2018. A couple icons changed, that's it. Okay, so it talks about AutoCAD, how it's used, what the menu bar is, what are drawing units, how they're set up, decimal. This is great content. It really is great content. And, you know, I've touched on a lot of this stuff already, but as we're going through this round, this is just going to review, this is just going to kind of like reinforce what we've already gone through. It tells you how to do basic shapes, what is snap mode, if that's acting up on you, the erase command, how to use it, and going right through how to repeat commands. So a lot of the stuff that you may be curious about, it's all right here in the first chapter. Okay, great stuff. And then there's a few exercises, okay, to draw this, and tells you exactly how to do it. You click here, you click there, you click here, you click there. So if you're having trouble, please go into the tutorial here. Okay, is that clear? Where to find that? Okay, so that is in Blackboard. So if you've maybe missed a week or something, or you're just not real, if you're kind of shaky on some stuff, this is a great place to start. Also, if you just do this, you go out here and you go to AutoCAD, Autodesk, and you do this, you AutoCAD, and you go out here. It brings you out to the Autodesk website, and you go out to here, and then you can go to here, and there's a place actually for support and learning. We use AutoCAD. Okay, watch the video, and then you can learn more about AutoCAD, and then down here. And a lot of times what you've got right here is features, compare, free trial, include support and learning down here for AutoCAD. And there's a lot of times here, getting started, learn and explore. Downloads, okay, so basically if you want to learn some stuff, you can go into here, learn more, and you can begin to just kind of go through this content. And some people, they're actually a lot more comfortable going through this stuff on a personal basis. You know, you want to learn how to dimension, you go into here, and it tells you, okay, what's the dim command? Then it talks about what the dim command is. It goes into here, talks about this, what it is, you know, how it works, and so forth. So this is, you know, I'm just trying to give you as many tools as I possibly can, because I can't be there as much as I'd like to be. I wish we could do the BOCES thing, where I was with you 2.5 hours every day, but that's not available. But you can certainly learn a lot of this stuff on your own. I think that you guys can do that. So a lot of different places to do that. Also, you can download the version for the Mac. I didn't mean to diss it too badly last week. It's just, you're going to run into some things that are not the same, that's all. So if all you have is a Mac, go ahead and use it. You will find some things that are different, but that's okay. It's still AutoCAD. You can still do that. Question? No, okay. Okay, were there any other questions about specific drawings that we went over? And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna scroll through them real kind of quickly here, just to make sure, you know, we all know what we're talking about. So I'm gonna go back here, and I'm gonna go back to this, and going back to